Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think we go.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for.
Feel confident, man. Feel confident. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I think they can hear me talk on my stream.
Yes, we can all hear you.
We'll talk about other stuff later.
Don't worry, I'm still working my way into the stream, so this is the part that's just
Jonathan Taylor.
Alright,
And he'll
it's
be
already
upended at the 28-yard line.
Good,
Just a
already
3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yeah, man. Gotta be. Look, man, we can all pray and throw it up to Pittman every time, but it's only gonna last you so long.
Pittman versus Mid.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get in the stream.
Now Eason.
Nice play on the football.
You're welcome.
It was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun is Eason. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Come on now.
Able to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure.
Can't take a ball with a 63-year-old back there, but I can knock it away.
You absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
35-yard line.
All right, I'm in.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Off play action, it's Minshew. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Going to the party game.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely
As
bit
my
off
screen stops getting so much blurry, there's a lot of
For the
pixel
Colts, an
problems
extra
happening right
defensive
now.
back
But
in there
once that
now
gets
on
out of the way,
3rd down.
we'll get started in NFL game of the week for Week 17. This is the AFC version of it between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. This game possibly is for a playoff spot as the Colts and Jaguars fight for AFC South supremacy, as this is a deep pass intended for the rookie, incomplete.
Yeah, I think we're going to see quite a lot of deep shots as both these teams are very aggressive through the air. Not a lot of fear in these guys. We'll likely see a lot of big plays, a lot of big turnovers as well in this likely playoff exhibition.
So both teams exchange punts early on in this game. This is the 2nd possession for Indianapolis. The Colts this season started out really slow, going 0-2 out of the gates before getting their first win in Week 3. And since then have been one of the hotter teams in the league.
Yeah, that's right. The Colts have had a couple of big wins too. I believe gave the Titans their first loss season. We see a big run breaking off here.
Jonathan Taylor down the sideline. He's gone, Dino. And that is 77 yards, and the Colts take the early lead.
And Jonathan Taylor, I don't think anybody touched him on that play. He just got shifty right there. The Jaguars are known to bring a lot of heat, bring the blitz a lot of times, and it can be rewarding. It can bite him in the butt, and we saw it there. It was a 77-yard touchdown run to kick this game off.
Yes, this is one of the underrated NFASL rivalries, if you ask me, between Jacksonville and Indianapolis. These two guys know each other very well. And as you can see, that was a good play call from Coach Gabe there to get to the outside. So here's the kickoff. Jacksonville is going to try to tie this game up as Gardner Minshew steps back out onto the field. Big games, not only here, but also all over the NFASL landscape this week as we are in Week 17 and move away from the playoffs. Handoff, it's Laviska Shenault, and he is going to make it to the 27-yard line before he's brought down.
So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
Second down and 8 for the Jaguars as they start this drive out with a run. Jacksonville, one of the more balanced teams in the AFC, they like to run the ball for first down, but they will also take some shots down the field. Minshew from the gun on second down. Just a quick pass to Shenault. He's got the first down before even being touched as he makes his way down to the 38-yard line, gain of 11, and a Jacksonville first down.
Yeah, I expect to see a lot of Laviska Shenault featured today. He is a starting running back as well as, a guy coming out of the backfield and ready to catch again.
James Robinson with a dash and a couple of ankle breakers, and he's gone. So both teams in this first quarter score on long touchdown runs that involve some serious highlights between these two running backs.
Boy, and James Robinson does not have ton of breakaway speed. This is the starting roster where I think he starts at 63 overall. He just absolutely made multiple guys miss. That's a great run. Very crafty.
Those of you that do not believe in the Madden gods, this is evidence that they exist. You see the Jacksonville Jaguars yet again find ways to manipulate this game. However, the Indianapolis Colts are going to take the kick and take a knee in the back of the end zone, and this will set up first down. Colts, it's your serve, and let's see if Jacob Eason and company can get the ball moving down the field here. First down, it's a handoff to Nyheim Hines. He puts on a juke move and gets a gain of 5. Nice tackle there by Jacobs.
Yeah, and the Colts are one of the few teams in the league, I think, who actually deploy multiple running backs out of their backfield. Most teams are the bell cow, but we will see a little bit of Jonathan Taylor, a little bit of Nyheim Hines for sure. And, keep the running backs fresh for sure, and we'll probably see a lot of big runs off of that.
Get out of here.
Jacob Eason making some adjustments at the line before taking the snap, and he's going to go down the right sideline, and it's snagged in by Michael Pittman. That's who we talked about in the open, Dino, is he's the biggest receiver really in this division, and he's just been tormenting corners all season long.
Yes, he has. It hasn't been for a lack of targets. He gets a lot of passes thrown to him. That's exactly why they drafted him, though. He is that big, tall, physical receiver down the sidelines that he can just, when you're in trouble, chuck up a jump ball to. And Jacob Eason has all the faith in the world in him. And you see it there. He's got good reason to.
Back to throw Eason on first down. He's going to go down left sideline. He's got a man. And Hilton makes the grab. Is he in bounds? No. He is ruled incomplete out of bounds there. And that's a big miss there from the Colt offense. Second down.
Boy, that was a beautiful throw by Jacob Eason. Just barely ran out of field there. If you have 3 more yards of green grass, that's a touchdown too. Hilton's walking in. That's
back-to-back great
break by the Jaguars.
As we see a nice handoff there to Jonathan Taylor, he weaves his way down to the 31-yard line, gain of 4, and now it is third down and 5.
This would be a big stop here by Jacksonville to hold the Colts to a field goal attempt. I'm sure, like I said, we'll see a lot of chunk plays here, but to get up what's kind of turned into a bit of a fluky drive. We got a couple bombs that we thought were going to be into the end zone. To get here with a field goal would be big.
Trying to gain is the 25-yard line. Colts, one of the better teams in third down since week 12. It's a handoff to Nyheim Hines. He gets the first down and more. Down the right sideline, he weaves into the end zone. And it's a Colt touchdown.
Boy, oh boy, and you saw that. Now we have Jonathan Taylor and Naheem Hines both in touchdown. Like I said, this bit of a running back by committee. You saw Miles Jack just over pursue a little bit there. He thought he was going to blow him up in the backfield. Hines stayed patient, broke that to the outside, used that aggression against him, and it paid dividends. 14-7 now. The Colts are back up.
Colts regaining the lead here in this AFC South tilt as the Jacksonville Jaguars will begin their next possession from the 25-yard line. So this game has really picked up here, Dino, from when we jumped in here. It was 0-0. Both teams exchanged punts early on in this first quarter, and miraculously enough, we're only halfway through, and it's already a 21-point game between the two of these teams.
Yeah, it's almost like they're waiting for it. As soon as we get in, all the action starts popping off. I don't think that'll be the end of it, though. I'm sure we'll see a lot more before this one's over.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Minshew is back in the gun here. He's got a bunch formation to his right. He's going to move to his right. He's going to throw that way, and it's knocked away. I'm not sure if that was a drop by Chenault or if the corner was able to knock the ball out there. I don't know if you were able to see that, Coach.
It looked like he might have just got a hand on it just to offset that one a little bit, but the Jaguars are pretty lucky. I think this one's not going the other way. I thought that for a second that was going to be jumped.
Third down and 10. This drive needs to get some momentum going as this is a pass to Chenault. He got the first down. He's down the right sideline. He jukes back over towards the middle of the field, and he's brought down, but not after a huge gain to the Indianapolis 49-yard line.
And the Jaguars are really getting Chenault involved early on, and the Colts, you really got to hone in on this guy. You know, I mean, he is a starting running back, yes, but he's essentially just a fourth receiver back there. He's so talented at so many ways.
As you see on that run, him showing a little bit of power in his running game as he breaks a would-be tackler, getting down to the 43, gain of 6.
But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Jacksonville, Indianapolis here from Lucas Oil Stadium. We have 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This one's a handoff to Chenault. He's going to roll his way to the first down, gain of 4, and the drive continues.
That is tough right there. Chenault just not willing to settle for anything less than a first down there. It's a rough animation for sure for the Colts, but a good one for the Jaguars to keep this drive going.
This drive started back at their 25-yard line. Here they are at the Indianapolis 39. Handoff. It's James Robinson who had the long touchdown on the previous drive. This time DeForest Buckner gets in there and knocks him down after a short gain of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised after that big first carry from James Robinson, the touchdown run. He doesn't get maybe a little bit of a heavier load than he normally would. I mean, off to a hot start like that, you kind of want to keep feeding that guy, get the ball back in his hands, let him make some plays.
This is a wheel route caught by Chenault. He's been the main man on this drive as he works his way down to the 24-yard line. Another Jacksonville first down.
Yes, he has. All 3 of Minshew's completions have been to Chenault. I believe he's got 3 carries or so as well on this drive, so they're really just put the ball in the playmaker's hands and get out of the way.
Chris Thompson checking into the game as Minshew flush from the pocket. He's going to take off. He will slide at the 14-yard line. That's good enough for another Jaguar first down. And now the Jags are inside the red zone as we tick down to the end of the first quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There is 26 seconds remaining here in Indianapolis. Now there are 10 seconds due to that accelerated game clock. Minshew is going to send Chenault in motion. Let's see if they get a playoff before the clock hits zeros. And they will not. So at the end of 1, Indianapolis leading Jacksonville in this winner-go-home scenario. Week 17 of the NFASL Game of the Week. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. It's Chenault. He gets a block. He jukes his way back towards the 3-yard line, and that's where he'll be brought down. Really close to a touchdown there, Coach. Let's see if Chenault gets another handoff here on 1st and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised if you give it to him at least 1 or 2 times in the 3, maybe even 4 plays you got down here. We see a big set, 2 fullbacks blocking Chenault right now.
And Chenault gets a walk-in touchdown. That was like Moses parting the Red Sea right there. on those offensive linemen. As Josh Lambo on for the extra point attempt to nod this one up at 14. What a drive there from Jacksonville, as you saw that first touchdown they had was a quick one-play drive. This one more methodical, 10 plays, 74 yards, and culminated with that score.
Yeah, and in a game like this, I think that's exactly what you got. You have to do a little bit of both in a game, because the Colts aren't exactly a ball-dominant 20-play drive kind of team. They will have their explosive plays, and they'll beat you that way. If you can kind of match that as well as take some clock off and take those 6-7 minute drives, 10, 15 plays, and I think that's going to be the key to success for Jacksonville. They got to kind of sustain that.
And this is a Jacksonville team that is accustomed to playing this style of keep away offenses. There are a lot of really offensively talented AFC teams. So here's this handoff to Jonathan Taylor, who tries to shuffle out of the line of scrimmage. I don't think he'll make it there, as he was brought down there by Josh Allen for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Josh Allen, what a second year he's been having. Just a great factor, a great edge rusher, as well as a great factor in the run game too. It's just an anchor for this D-line, I think, is going to be for the majority of NFASL.
12 sacks on the year for Josh Allen. As we approach second down, this is a handoff left. And this time, it's Miles Jack that says, how do you do? Tackles him at the 20-yard line. Loss of 3 more, and it's now 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, and just like that, it's 3rd and a mile now. You wonder what kind of play the Colts are going to draw up here, if we're going to take some sort of shot, or they're going to play it conservative and not risk a turnover in a tie ball game.
First 2 plays have gone in reverse for Jacob Eason and the Colts. And it's 3rd and long. Here comes that double A gap pressure. And it's a one-on-one throw, and it is knocked away. Really great coverage on that play to knock the ball, as Thomas was there to knock away an opportunity for Michael Pittman.
I didn't think you were going to know that name.
I believe that's a rookie, Daniel Thomas, I believe it is, but that's gutsy to leave him in one-on-one coverage with Michael Pittman. I thought for sure, and we know that's their guy, 3rd down, you think you double coverage that, but I think they might have got away with him there with a smaller corner.
Jacksonville, momentum has swapped in their direction since the beginning of this second quarter. So, just a couple of minutes in here in the NFASL.
Oh, how are you going to
The Jaguars now starting this drive at their own 46-yard line. Definitely the best field position start of the day. This is Chenault, who had a touchdown in the last drive. He's now up to 8 rushes in this first half, being upfield.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of a missed block there from the fullback. Chenault might have had a big chunk there. The fullback just ran right by the wrong guy, though.
Second down, Minshew takes off to his right. He's going to run, and he slides again for protection at the 47-yard line, down to 3rd down and 3.
Minshew is getting it done with his legs, but that is the second time on a run play where he's had a solid run, but he did have guys break open down the field. I understand, you don't want to take a risk, and Minshew's not the highest overall quarterback. You don't want to chuck one into a corner's hands right to him, but got to keep the eyes downfield at a certain point.
Big play here for both teams, as Jacksonville looking to get the first down, and they do. Nice throw and catch to Chris Conley, and that's enough for a Jacksonville first down.
Yeah, we're going to need to see a little bit better 3rd down defense from the Colts here. The Jacksonville Jaguars done a great job of extending drives so far. Colts just got to get off the field. That's all it breaks down to.
This drive is now at the 2-minute mark in terms of time possession for Jacksonville. Chris Thompson getting his first carry of the day, the former Washington football team member, down to the 29-yard line.
Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Minshew again, I really like this split formation with the 2 running backs. This was a handoff right to Chenault. He got the first down, and he fights for more yardage to the 17. Nice finish of that run for Chenault. First down.
Yeah, I really like what the Jaguars are doing here. A couple different interesting looking formations, really open up the playbook, it seems like. The play before that when we had Chenault motion out the wide receiver and coming for a crackback block and hand up to Thompson. I think just getting very creative in the playbook against the division foe who probably knows all your ins and outs, so you want to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, astute point right there, Dino, as you see Jacksonville continuing to pound the run in here. Indianapolis down in the goal-to-go situations, trying to prevent another rushing touchdown. Robinson this time fights through traffic. Is he still up? He is. And eventually he's brought down at the 11. I think that's a gain right there. Wow, what an interesting animation there.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to pop back up and maybe run to the end zone like the old NCAA games, but luckily for the Colts here, just kind of lay on that pile.
3rd down and 4. Big throw. It is incomplete, almost intercepted. Xavier Rhodes coming in from his corner position and knocking the ball away.
Boy, and that is a really, really bad route from DJ Chark. I mean, he just faded behind Xavier Rhodes there. He would have been a pick 6 probably. I mean, if you're DJ Chark, you just need to run that slant way harder and just cut down harder than you did. I mean, that's a bad, poor route running from DJ Chark.
Jacksonville electing to kick the field goal. I was going to ask you, Dino, in this situation, do you take your points or do you go for it?
I got to agree with the call. Field goal here. It's 4th and 4 from the 11, so you're not, knocking on the doorstep at the 1 and the 2. I like the safe call. You're taking the lead, and, like I said, you're going to have the chunk plays. You're going to have the turnovers in this game. It's not going to be the most perfect played game, but you got to take points when you can get them.
Jacksonville is going to kick this off to Indianapolis as the Jaguars continue their onslaught offensively in the second quarter, now leading 17-14. Colts trying to get Michael Pittman involved. You saw him have that big catch earlier in the half. It's now 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line, and this is a handoff right. It's Marlon Mack getting his first action of the day, and it's a good run to the 36-yard line, make that a gain of 11 yards.
Marlon Mack a bit forgotten in this offense. Jonathan Taylor definitely the feature guy, but Naheem Hines with the good pass catching ability gets a lot of touches. Marlon Mack gets his sprinkle every now and then. He makes most of his first carry, 11-yard gain, a good run.
Loving to see the rotation of running backs here as Marlon Mack stays in the ballgame. On this 1st down, he's going to take a toss left, and there's nowhere to go. Jacksonville read that like a book as you see Marlon Mack that time being brought down after a loss of 4. Miles Jack there to make the play.
Yeah, he absolutely blew up that crackback. They were trying to get him on a blindside crackback block, and he saw it the whole way and tossed the guy off him, threw him to the ground. That's why Miles Jack's one of the best linebackers in the league. I mean, he's just so smart and so shifty.
2 minutes to play here in Lucas Oil Stadium in the Week 17 NFASL Game of the Week. Jacksonville leading Indianapolis 17-14. Jacob Eason at his own 32-yard line backed up here. It's 2nd down and 14.
2nd down, here's Eason.
And Eason from the gun here. We did not get here early enough to see who gets the ball to start the second half, so we're going to have to wait and see on that. This is a throw here on 2nd down for Eason, and it's almost intercepted. Beautiful coverage there as Jacob Eason has struggled to complete a pass in this first half. What a 6.
Boy, and that was Miles Jack once again covering the back out of the backfield. He's probably one of the, if not the best linebacker in the league at man-on-man coverage. I mean, he's so quick and can keep up with the best stuff, and that's just an incredible play to stick the hand out and back that one down.
Miles Jack displaying the full skill set today in this one. 3rd down and 14. This is a big opportunity for Jacksonville. They have all 3 of their timeouts. They could get the ball back here with a chance to extend the lead. Look, back to throw is Eason, and it is swatted away, intended for Paris Campbell, but it appears that Herndon was there to knock it away, and that sets up 4th down.
Yeah, and we saw the disguise blitz there. I mean, Jacksonville crowding the line of scrimmage like they always do. You never know who's blitzing on that team. Backed off the guys in coverage. It looked like it was just a 4 vertical or 3 vertical, all streaks there. Colts some kind of jump ball with all these big receivers.
Great return there in this drive at the 43-yard line. So this is consecutive drives that they begin at really their own 40 or above, as Chenault's going to take this stretch run to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, so interesting play call. Clock continues to run. We're under 1:30 to go. See if Colts try to get the ball back here, call timeout.
I think if this play is an incompletion or not a 1st down, we definitely see a timeout from Indy.
Back to throw is Minshew. He's going to roll to his left. He's got all day. He's going to take off. He's going to get out of bounds. He's going to get a nice gain of 5 to bring up a 3rd and manageable here of 5 yards with 1:13 to go.
Yeah, if you're the Colts, that's exactly what you wanted, because you're saving all your timeouts now. And if you don't convert here, Jaguars aren't in range to go for it. They'd have to punt, so you get the ball back and you get a chance to maybe even tie this game up for half.
They're down in 5. Minshew back to throw. It's caught by Chenault. He did not get the first, however, tackled at the 48-yard line, and timeout called. First charged timeout by Indianapolis.
Yeah, we have seen that Laviska Chenault quick route out of the backfield, sprint to the sideline many times, and the Colts finally ready for that one. A great tackle, too. A lot of times you see that animation that they put in this year where they stretch over and extend to the first down marker, even though you tackled him 3 yards behind it. But a good tackle pushes him back, and the Colts are going to get this ball back and a chance to score.
And do my eyes deceive me, or do we see Josh Lambo out here on this? This would be a 65-yard field goal attempt to break the NFASL record.
This is for the record. We are in a dome here, so there's no wind to think of. And
Jacksonville does think better of it. Yes, so they will call that timeout. And here comes the punt unit. Again, because they're at the 48-yard line due to NFASL rules, they have to punt the ball here or, attempt a 65-yard field goal.
This is taken at the 15.
Hook back to boot this one away. He's going to go end over end. And Naheem Hines there to retrieve the ball at the 20-yard line. And the 15, and brought down at the 19-yard line. And that's where Jake Eason will set up shop for the Indianapolis Colt offense. They have 2 timeouts, coach, and they're down by 3. At their own 19-yard line, how quickly do you want to see if they will continue to throw the ball down the field, or will they just take it half?
Well, I don't expect them to take it half with over a minute left and 2 timeouts, and the Colts are not afraid to take shots down the field. I'm interested to see if we see like a methodical drive, or we go a couple shots to Pittman and just hope for that.
First down's a handoff to Taylor, and he's going to fumble down to the 22-yard line. Short gain, clock continues to run down to 45 seconds. Eason back to throw, and he's hit, and that ball skips in front of the intended target there, and now it's 3rd down and 8, just like that.
Yeah, and still 44 seconds on the clock, and Jaguars have 2 timeouts left, so we could see a Jaguars drive if this play doesn't convert here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of pressure here, too. And we know Stu likes to draw off the pressure of the blitzes on 3rd down.
Yep, this is a money down for the Jaguars here as you see some token pressure coming. Jacob Eason slings it, and it is knocked away. Paris Campbell dove for it, but was unable to haul it in. And yet again, Herndon having a great day at the office. 4th down.
Yeah, boy, these Jaguars corners are having a great day thus far, just all around. I haven't seen bad coverage, I think, yet. I mean, even the one completion I believe the Colts had was in tight coverage. It was a great catch by Pittman. So,
all right, so let's do this all over again, Coach, as now Jacksonville has the ball at their own 44-yard line, up by 3. 31 seconds to play. Gardner Minshew, we know, is a gunslinger. We know that DJ Chark is dangerous in these situations. What do you do if you're the defensive coordinator for the Colts?
Well, they are on the cusp of field goal range, so I think dialing up a good time blitz, either on 2nd or 3rd down, maybe just kind of mix it in there, try to catch him off guard, wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh, what a throw for Minshew. That was a dot right there, as it's now 1st and 10 at the Indianapolis 33-yard line. I believe Tyler Eifert was there to make that diving catch to the ground. Wow, what a catch from Mr. Eifert.
Yeah, great catch. A tight window there for Minshew. I mean, the time was running out to get that pass through the corner there. You saw the safety sprinting up, and with some possession catch avoids the likely hit stick that would have jarred that one loose. Great play, great catch.
Empty set here on 1st and 10. Minshew's going to take off. He's got green grass ahead of him at the 15, the 10. He's going to slide down at the 11-yard line. Last time out has been called by Jacksonville, and with 17 seconds, now you're in that perfect position to take shots into the end zone.
Yeah, and Minshew on this man coverage is absolutely taking advantage of it, letting those deep routes kind of clear out the corners and just sprinting up the middle of the field. That's a great play. Very veteran move by the 2nd-year quarterback.
Minshew back to throw on 1st down. He's moving to his left. He throws back to his right. It's almost intercepted. 2 Indianapolis Colts had a chance to intercept that pass and unable to do so. 2nd down.
Boy, and I'm not sure who that second guy was. It looked like it was a linebacker that ran in that should have absolutely had that pick. Right after I praised the veteran move from Minshew, he rolls left, throws right. You can't do that. He's very lucky this drive's still continuing.
Let's see if they're able to take advantage and punch this pass into the end zone here. 12 seconds left. In the first half, Indianapolis trailing by 3, and as you see Jacksonville with an opportunity to extend the lead. Second down, throw back to the right end zone, and it's way overthrown, intended for Johnson. And now it's third down, but 8 seconds still remain.
Yeah, so we'll likely see one more shot here. The last thing you can do is take a sack. So this needs to be a quick hike and probably maybe a fade route or something along those lines. A high pass in the back of the end zone, I'm assuming, is what we're going to see.
The Colts, the Jaguars, two AFC rivals here have been in this division for quite some time in NFASL. Jacksonville, a former Super Bowl champion. The Colts have made a couple of upsets in the past in the playoffs, and let's see which one of these two teams can get in this year. Back to throw is Minshew. He's rolling to his right. He doesn't have anyone, and he's going to have to throw it away. But 2 seconds remaining, able to just get that pass off.
Really cutting it close there. I was starting to think that he might get sacked too. The edge rusher was closing in. We saw it dive to the legs, but luckily Lambeau's going to get this field goal attempt.
And the kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in Indianapolis between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. NFSL game of the week. Here's the kickoff. And Jacksonville will make the fair catch at their own 25-yard line. So, we are now in the second half of this game, Dino, and Jacksonville thus far has been able to run the ball really effectively, sustain long drives. The Colts have done it in more of a quicker variety of getting their scores. What do you think is more sustainable here in the second half?
Well, you know, the way Jacksonville has set up these long drives, I think, is really paying dividends for them, and if they can keep that going, it's going to be huge. I mean, we've seen Jacob Eason complete one of his, I believe, 10 passes, so he's going to definitely have to improve on that. But that is the Colts' offensive mantra a little bit. Just kind of a lot of chunk plays, a lot of risks downfield, but really has yet to pay off. You got to assume that they will kind of get clicking here in the second half, at least to some extent, more than they did in that first half.
So second down and 10. Chenault gets great blocking on this one. He's off to the races down the left sideline and dragged down out of bounds by Xavier Rhodes, but not until a Jaguar first down.
Just a great day so far from Laviska Chenault, a fantasy football monster too. I mean, so many touches. I mean, he got, I believe, 6 catches out of the backfield as well. Very involved in this offense. Absolutely, definitely a key.
This time it's Robinson who gets the handoff, and he is stuck at the 46-yard line. Again, we're seeing the mixture of running backs coming in and out of this game, getting the carries for Jacksonville, and it's been very effective thus far. Second down and 6. Jacksonville from the 46-yard line. Back to throw is Minshew. He's going to go down the right sideline, and it is incomplete. Johnson just can't catch a break today or the pass, as that one out of his grips. Third down and 6.
Yeah, that's first shot we've seen in a while from this Jaguars team. There's been a lot of conservative check down, dink and dunk plays, and Minshew looked to open up the offense there. Just couldn't quite get it.
Incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
The Colts are looking to get off the field here on 3rd down and 6. Empty set for Minshew. And this is going to be a pass on 3rd and 6. Quick seam route there to DJ Chark. And he makes a diving grab at the 31-yard line, and that's good enough for a Jacksonville first down.
That is a great route, just a seam route right in between the cover 3 zones. Risk move on 3rd down to run that zone coverage. You're going to find the holes.
Can't touch him. It's Chenault. He jukes to the outside, makes a man miss, makes another, and he's into the end zone for the Jaguars touchdown.
Laviska Chenault is just doing it all right now for this Jaguars team. What a run. Unbelievable. I mean, we're going to look at a 2-point conversion here to make this a 14-point game, but this Jaguars offense is hot.
Minshew back to throw in the 2-pointer, and it is batted and almost caught by Chark off the deflection, but unable to do so is Chark. And that will make our score 26-14 Jacksonville. So biggest lead of the game for either team, as now the Colts are going to need to get the ball moving here and on their first possession of the second half. So we saw the Colts on the first half connect Michael Pittman that one time. Other than that, it's been really tough for Jacob Eason. What does he have to do offensively in this drive to make you see that he's ready to make adjustments?
Well, you know, I'm not putting the full blame on Jacob Eason's shoulders. These routes have not exactly broken open at all. Not a lot of space to even throw to these wide receivers. Very good coverage from this Jaguar secondary, but, you know, the run game's going to have to really probably carry the majority of the load if the Jaguar defense keeps playing the way they are. But I want to see Jacob Eason make some safe throws here, keep a drive moving, really. Get at least in the field goal range.
Q, there's a safe throw to T.Y. Hilton. He makes a man miss. Gets the extra yardage there as Eason completes his second pass of the game. Eason hurrying up to the line of scrimmage here, making a throw to Campbell, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to be brought down after a 2-yard gain. Gave up a couple of yards there on that broken tackle.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to just fall down after a hit like that. He spins off, and he doesn't have blockers in front of him to help, so you see about 4 or 5 Jaguars just storm after him. He ends up costing him a couple yards.
Come on! Treated to a fun battle between these two squads on second down, and here comes that pressure. Eason back to throw. It's intended for Hilton, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted there by Thomas. He's been all over T.Y. Hilton today.
Yes, he has. The empty blitz there, the Stu special. You see it dialed up on the empty set. One more guy than they can block, and Eason just chucks up a prayer there. That's going to give us 3rd and 8. That's been kind of what's been going on all day. Eason has surpassed the check down to go for the shots downfield to try to expose the blitz, but hasn't paid off yet.
Jacob Eason, 3rd down and 8. This has to be 3rd down and 8.
Give me the holding. Give me the holding.
There is 10 seconds left on the play clock. Back to throw. Eason, it's caught by T.Y. Hilton for a first down, but hold him second. There is a penalty, and it is a killer of one as Mark Lewinsky is tacked with the holding penalty. It'll bring the Colts all the way back to their own 33-yard line. It's now 3rd down and 18.
Yeah, and that's rough. I mean, that flag came out when the T.Y. Hilton's essentially going to the ground. That is a rough penalty for the Colts, and just really a bad break.
So 3rd down and 18, we see some bodies here at the line of scrimmage. The Colts decide to make an adjustment to their pass protection. Counter attack there from Jacksonville as you see the chess match in action here.
Yeah, you see like 6, 7 guys up crowd in front. You have no idea who's blitzing and who's dropping back.
Here comes pressure, and it's a nice throw from Eason to T.Y. Hilton for the first down. What a throw and catch, gain of 24.
Yeah, and we saw a zone blitz there from the Jaguars, and if you can dissect a zone blitz, you're going to get a big chunk play like that. I mean, the corner screened off the edge. You had linebackers, guys that couldn't quite fall back into their zone in time. And in result, we get a 20-yard catch and run from T.Y. Hilton. That's a big play for the Colts.
See if that gets them going here and gets momentum back into their sideline as that first down give to Nyheim Hines unsuccessful. To back to the line of scrimmage for a 2nd down and 10. We've seen pressure come from Jacksonville's defense in this drive. Eason's been able to pick it apart so far. Let's see how he does as he gets closer and closer to that end zone. 2nd down, this one's a handoff left to Hines. He's going to be a little bit more successful in this one, but only a gain of 1 to the 40-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
And we're back here at 3rd and 8. I want to say we're out of field goal range. This will be a tough one for the rookie Hot Rod. At least if you're not getting the first down here, you have to get some kind of yardage to make this an easier field goal, turn it into a 1-possession game. Excuse me, it would still be a 2-possession game, my mistake. But
3rd down and 8 for Jacob Eason. This is 3rd down and Josh Allen. Let's see how he does up crossed.
How did that happen?
2 seconds up on the play clock. Let's see if Eason can get the snap off. He does. Back to throw. He goes. He's got a wide open T.Y. Hilton for a Colt touchdown of 40 yards out.
A little bit of busted coverage there. Finally, the Colts get that big chunk pass that they've been looking for all day. and it's not going to get much easier than that. It's probably the easiest catch T.Y. Hilton's going to have in his career. And just like that, the Colts have new life, and they're back in it.
The lead has been trimmed down to 5 here in Indianapolis. They're going to kick the ball off back to the Jaguars.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
And yet again, this one will not be returned as they will call for a catch in the end zone for the touchback. So Laviska Shenault has been the focal point of this Jaguar rushing attack today.
Let's go! Come on!
Indianapolis is looking for a stop. Let's see what happens here as this is a handoff for Shenault. He gets a stiff arm and he's gone. There is a flag as you see Xavier Rhodes chasing him from behind, unable to get there. For the moment, it's a touchdown. And that'll be coming back as Ben Barch was called there for the hold. That's a killer.
What an amazing run by Laviska Shenault. An absolute rookie mistake from Barch. Another holding call when the play is essentially out of your position. No need to hold there. Shenault's already 10, 15 yards down the field when that flag comes out. That's a boneheaded mistake by the rookie.
We've seen this time and time again in NFASL game week action. These missed plays always seem to haunt the team, and this is an opportunity for the Colts possibly here on 1st down and 16. This time Shenault's going to take it back on a cutback, and he's going to find 5 yards as a result as Kari Willis there to come down and make the tackle. That's his first of the day.
Yeah, and we see Laviska Shenault now over 100 yards, and a good run there to make it back to 2nd and 11, possibly setting up for a manageable 3rd down.
And Johnson finally able to receive a pass from Minshew down to the 30-yard line. That's his first catch for 6 yards. He's had a lot of targets thus far, but they were unable to connect until this last pass. So 3rd down and 5. Minshew back to throw. He's going to go across the middle for Chark. That's his guy, and he makes the catch at the 50-yard line. DJ Chark with another 3rd down gain.
And boy, that's playoff poise by the entire Jacksonville Jaguars team. After that Ben Barch hold, that can always be a drive killer, a holding call that sets you back 8, 10 yards after a long touchdown run. But they bounce back, a 7-yard one on 1st down.
On 2nd down.
I think we've had some technical difficulties there with our color commentator, but nonetheless, it is 2nd down and 8. This is a handoff for James Robinson, and he's going to find nowhere to go as DeForest Buckner makes the tackle, and that's the last play of the 3rd quarter. So 9 minutes to go in the NFASL Game of the Week live from Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Jacksonville Jaguars up by 5. It's 3rd down and 7, and they're trying to extend this drive and run some clock here. Up by. Here's a throw for Minshew, and it's caught. DJ Chark again. This one's a gain of 7. It's going to get another 1st down for Jacksonville, and it's going to continue this drive.
Yeah, and it really just, Minshew's job today has been not lose this game. 10 of 18, 140 yards, a couple good runs. Well, no picks, no touchdowns. It's really just absolutely playing a game manager role thus far.
Did you just see that tackle from Okereke? Bobby Okereke just came down and hit him on the ankle there, brought him down, and wow, that's a game-saving tackle.
Yes, it is. Okereke came in like a speeding bullet, tripped up, stumbled a little bit, but luckily got the ankles of James Robinson and slowed him down.
We have another penalty. This one's with the fullback, Tyler Davis, called for a hold. And this will back Jacksonville up to the 44. So unlike last time, this is now a 2nd down and 16. If Jacksonville can get the 1st down on this one.
And this is what playoff teams are made of right here. If you can turn this into a 3rd and manageable and then convert on that, that's going to be huge.
Let's see if you would consider a 3rd down and 11 manageable, as Chris Thompson is going to get to the 38-yard line.
Definitely better than what they were looking at before, but 3rd and 11 is still tough for any offensive coordinator to draw up a good play to move the chains on.
Minshew looking to throw. He's running out of time. He's going to go back over the middle for Chark, and it's knocked away. Good coverage from Indianapolis, and they force the 4th down.
Yeah, that's great coverage to forcing Jacksonville to take a shot downfield and risk an interception. Josh Lambo's going to have to try out for a tough 55-yard field goal.
Lambo, one of the best kickers in NFASL, and he nails it from 55 out, extending the Jaguar lead now to 8. It's 29-21, and Lambo's going to trot back out for the kickoff. Indianapolis down by 1 possession. They've played pretty well here in the second half. We've seen a nice adjustment from Jacob Eason. His throws seem to be more crisp coming out of the halftime. Now that you're in the fourth quarter, again, you're fighting for your playoff lives. Do you start to feel the nerves right about now?
You know, a young quarterback like Jacob Eason, his first actual year starting, I definitely think the nerves could get to him in a situation like this, but if you're the head coach, you gotta, reassure, put your reassurance in him, calm him down, let him know he's the guy. He's, just don't let it get to him. You're at home, you have the home crowd supporting you, so this is going to be a big telling drive for Jacob Eason.
And on cue, what a pass to T.Y. Hilton. He had the touchdown catch on the last reception, and he opens this drive out with a beautiful throw and catch to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful pass by Jacob Eason. A good break route. We had Quarterman, I think, the linebacker on T.Y. Hilton mismatch. Good read by Eason to find that and get that pass off quick.
First down and 10. Colts driving here. Eason back to throw. He's running out of time, and he's brought down. Josh Allen gets home and gets his first sack of the game. Sack number 13 on the season.
And boy, big players come up in big-time moments. Josh Allen just absolutely beats Braden Smith inside. Eason thought he had the clean pocket to step up and step right into Josh Allen's hands.
So second down here comes yet another opportunity for the Jaguars to send pressure. As you can see, Eason's going to kill that play and bring Nyheim Hines back to possibly block.
That's a veteran audible with 6 guys crowd line of scrimmage.
Second down and 17. Eason has all day to throw this one, and he will do so. He'll find T.Y. Hilton, who makes a inconspicuous cut right back and gets tackled at the 40. He had green grass ahead of him, Coach.
Yeah, I think you're trying to do a little too much there. You're thinking that, the corner is going to shoot by you, maybe trying to cut behind him, but ends up accidentally cutting right back into his arm. Nonetheless, a great play by Jacob Eason extending that, making a great throw.
You couple that with this 9-yard run from Nyheim Hines, and now the Colts are approaching the 30-yard line.
Yeah, this is an incredible drive Jacob Eason's put on. Week by week, this Colts team has started to look more and more like a playoff team. Very impressive.
And look at the effort there from Jonathan Taylor to fight for yardage on second and short and extend the drive and move those chains.
That is a great, tough run. Jonathan Taylor's a rookie. Can you tell how bad he wants to get to the playoffs? I mean, that's just putting the actual team on your back there. Great run.
Rookie from Wisconsin.
Oh, come on!
Eason, here comes that pressure. It's blocked well from Nyheim Hines, and a beautiful pass over 2 defenders, and T.Y. Hilton is gone. He wriggles out of traffic and into the end zone.
Oh my goodness, what an incredible play all around. We saw the Jacksonville blitz. Nyheim Hines has a great pickup block, absolutely takes the legs out from the defender. The poise by Eason, knowing he's got some extra time, it's T.Y. Hilton, and then it's all him from there, making 2 guys just slip right by him. And we're going to see the 2-point conversion to tie this one up with 4 minutes. What a game we've got right now.
This one has been excellent, as the 2-point conversion now for Indianapolis, opportunity to tie this one up with 4:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Yet again, you're seeing Eason audible at the line of scrimmage here. He's going to check this to another formation. And with 5 seconds left on the play clock, he drops back to throw. He's looking over the middle. It's caught. And guess who? T.Y. Hilton, and we're tied.
And that is a huge drive, and exactly what I wanted to see out of Jacob Eason. I mean, you saw all the audibles and all the formation changes he made that drive. That's a head coach giving the keys to his young quarterback and saying, I've got all the faith in the world in you, kid. Go ahead and make something happen, and he does. That's just an incredible drive, incredible play. Jacob Eason ties this one up.
We had to know that the game was going to be this spectacular going into Week 17. These 2 teams fighting for a playoff spot. You wouldn't expect any less between these 2. As Shenault has been the star of this one for the Jaguars. This time he's tackled for a short gain. The Colts finally there to give Shenault a slacking there at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I think if the Colts can stop the run game here and force Minshew's hand, they could, maybe force a turnover or get them off the field quick. Oh, man.
Oh, wow, what a intercepted would have been the beautiful result there for Indianapolis, but that is not the case, as it's the knock to the ground and the ball is harmlessly falls. As you see Indianapolis, they're really close to possibly getting a plus territory drive, but an interception.
Yeah, and I can hear Coach Gabe asking for a drink on the sideline after that one. This is a tight game, so the nerves are definitely racking for sure.
Absolutely. It's been one of the fun features of having this one so far is having the coach input here as you see these two really go back. 3rd down and 9. Gardner Minshew over the middle. It's caught. What a throw, man. My goodness. Tyler Eifert there to snag it at the 44.
That is an incredible throw. Tyler Eifert, the window not exactly wide open there. You had Okereke haunting down too, but just a nice dot right in there on a big 3rd down to keep this drive alive. We're about to dip under 3 minutes now, approaching field goal range as well.
At this point of the game, you have to start thinking about calling your timeouts and get the pulse. Possibly would not see this ball again otherwise. Chenault gets the 4-yard gain as we're now under that 3-minute mark. And let's see what the Jaguars do offensively, Coach. What would you do in a situation where you're tied? Under 3 minutes to go, you're driving at midfield. Do you want to try to take as much time off as you can, or do you just try to score?
You know, I might even go as far to put the 2 clock on here. You have Josh Lambo, who you know is going to make just about a 60-yard field goal with that superstar ability. It's hard to miss with him. And James Robinson, such a tough runner. He's right near the 1st down marker there. We're going to look at 3rd and 1, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. But yeah, I think I'm trying to take as much clock off, walk out of here with a field goal, and head into the playoffs.
So the 2-minute warning is upon us here from Lucas Oil Stadium. We're in a tie ball game. Jacksonville creeping closer to field goal range. It's 3rd down and 1. And this is the play of the game for us.
Let's go. Oh, 4th down. Let's go for it.
Minshew handing it off to Robinson, who almost had the 1st down. He's even closer. And let's see what the spot is. It's no 1st down. It's 4th and inches.
And I think I see the offense staying out on the field.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Sounds like
I don't see the kicking unit coming out. As you see, Coach Gabe is not exactly happy about that. We're in 5 wide on 4th and inches for the game.
Let's find out what's about to happen here. Minshew goes to his right, goes back to his left. Tyler Eifert! That did not just happen. The Madden gods are here, Coach. They're here. It's 1st down, Jacksonville. You have all just witnessed it.
That is the worst break. I have Gabe screaming in my ear right now, and I absolutely don't blame him in the least bit. That's one of the worst Madden plays I think I've ever seen. That is absurdly bad. That's one that makes you want to delete the game.
And we're now down to a minute left. Again, folks, this is for a playoff spot. And if you're Coach ATK and watching this game, there is no way that you want to see this Jacksonville Jaguars team the way they're playing right now.
No, not with the grace of God on their side. I mean, that's a... my heart goes out to the entire city of Indianapolis right now. That is a tough way, if it does, to have your season end.
Now a handoff. Work it inside the 15-yard.
So as the expletives get launched here in the last minute here of this game, this is a handoff for Chenault. He's going to get the 1st down, and this is pretty much going to put a bow on it, as Indianapolis only has the 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, at this point, all you can really hope for is a blocked field goal, because you can wind down this entire clock, and Josh Lambo has that slow kicking meter. You're almost guaranteed to make it.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So with 44 seconds remaining here, Jaguars are in field goal range. They're actually not going to take a kneel here. They're in a formation. Let's see if they call a play. This is a handoff to Chenault, and he's brought down immediately. Loss of 1, so I guess they wanted to move the ball over to the left hash mark. That's where Lambo likes it.
Yeah, I think now is going to be where we're going to get Josh Lambo coming out. We might see a kneel to waste a little more clock to make sure it's the last play of the game. I believe that's exactly what we're going to get.
Yep, you are absolutely right there. They're in that victory formation, but more likely they're just going to call a timeout, and they do. 4 seconds remaining here, so this is enough time for the kick from Lambo, and to see Jacksonville is going to the playoffs.
And the Colts don't even come out in the field goal block.
From 35 yards away, it is good. And I see a timeout there, and again, Madden needs to fix these animations, as Jacksonville does actually call it. Okay, and there's another timeout animation. I don't know what that's about, but Jacksonville's going to split this kick here, and that's going to do it.
Woo! Woo!
Harris Campbell makes the one-handed grab. He's dancing. Knows the season's over, and he's brought down. That is the game. The Jacksonville Jaguars defeat the Indianapolis Colts, advance to the NFASL wildcard round, where they will be facing the divisional leader this season, the Tennessee Titans. And more than likely, I will be joining you for that game as well. So stay tuned, folks. We're looking forward to a great NFASL playoff campaign. I'm Thomas Jones for Dino Hantos and the two guys playing in this game, Gabe and Stu. I wish you all a very good night.
Gabe, I'm so sorry.